Hello, welcome to Matchday Moves. Find room, boom. You know, I know it's been a couple of days after this Martinelli Bradley movement that happened, the incident that happened during Liverpool and Arsenal match. The reason I did not make any video is because I wanted to understand what the Pandit had to say. I watched Arne Slot's interview, his take on it, and I also saw what Arteta had to say. And I was just analyzing all of this, and I can say that the Martinelli Bradley movement sparked a lot of reaction. Okay, some called it edge, some called it unnecessary, but instead of emotion, let's slow it down. Okay, and look at what actually happened in that moment. Okay, Bradley goes down injured near the touchline. The referee hasn't stopped the play. Martinelli tries to move out of the way to keep the attack alive. That's the full sequence. Nothing more, nothing less. For a player's perspective, okay, now let's just talk from a player's perspective. This is important context, okay? Footballers are trained for a young age. From a young age, they are trained to play to the whistle. Momentum matters, attack, don't pause unless the referee intervenes. So instinctively, Martinelli reacts to the situation, not the injury. But this is where football intelligence goes beyond tactics. When a player is clearly injured, responsibility shifts. Playing to the whistle doesn't automatically mean playing through everything. This is the gray area, okay, where edge meets awareness. In real-time decisions are made in fractions of a second, like literally on a fraction of a second. In replay, especially at slow motion, or when someone is like a pandit or someone is watching the replay, or whoever it is are watching the replay, intent always looks stronger. It feels like you are watching in a slow motion. You have a lot of time to think through it. Okay, that gap between real speed and replay judgment fuels most controversies. Now let's look at this footage. Okay, now here is Bradley. Bradley goes on injury. Look at Martinelli. He doesn't even know where Bradley is. He's not even looking at him. Now this is what happened. Now next footage. Let's look at this. Here, Bradley moves an inch closer to the playing area. I understand. I am not supporting Bradley or Martinelli in this case. I'm just thinking through it. Okay, think from a player's perspective. I know he's not out of the pitch, but he moves an inch closer to the playing area. Martinelli felt like, oh, why is he getting close to the playing area when he's not injured? He tries to push him out of the pitch because he wants to get going. He wants to score a goal in the 94th minute. That point of time, his intentions are very clear, right? Martinelli wants to score the goal at 94 minutes. That is what it's a winning mentality that we call, right? But I understand it should have been avoided. It could have been avoided. The incident could have been avoided if now that's what I say. It's a gray area, right? So now let's see what Arne Slot had to say. Okay, this is the statement from Arne. I'm just reading it out. Okay, I don't know Gabriel Martinelli, but he comes across as a nice guy. The problem for him, and it's problem in general in football, is that there is so much time wasting in the final parts of games that sometimes you can be annoyed when you want to score a goal and you feel a player is pretending to be injured. I'm 100% sure if he knew what injury might be, he wouldn't do that. It's exactly, you know, um this is exact the right point what Arne Slot just said, that majority of the time, there is so much time wasting, be getting people behave they're injured, and they're actually, they get up in this, when they see that, okay, there's a player who goes down injured, and then when he sees his team has, they have the possession, they have the ball, he gets up and he's fine. On the other hand, when you see it's in the opposition, if the position is the opposition team, he goes down, he stays down. So that's the problem. There's been a lot of situation like this. So maybe Martinelli thought that's what the situation was, but because he did not know the actual injury. And also Martinelli apologized about it after the match as well. He put on a story and he said that, okay, he had a word with Bradley and he apologized for what happened. So that's done. You don't need to blow it out of proportion. It's done. That's fine. It's okay. Sometimes these things happen. We all pray for Bradley that he comes back stronger. He recovers really well because he's an important part of Liverpool, and we know that he's young, and he will recover really well. But that's what we all talk about. We're all, these are all these guys are all professionals. They don't do that out of, they're professionals. So that's why I would like to say that, these things happen. So yes, it's okay. Sometimes you need to just, let it go. That's what I would like to say. That's. So this wasn't about aggression. It was all about decision making under pressure and knowing when to stop. So here's a question: where should football draw the line between playing to the whistle and protecting players? Think about it.